All right, Auburn quarterback Payton Thorne joins us at this time each week. He's here again on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. What is up, Payton? How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys?
Man, we're doing awesome. I talked with an Auburn fan yesterday, lifelong. Now, granted, a younger Auburn fan, but he said, I had never seen an Auburn passing attack like that in my life. So there's one Auburn fan where your offense made his day, man. I mean, he said, I'd never, and I've heard that from several others, by the way. What was it like just heaving the ball all over the yard and having receivers open and running under it all night?
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, week one, you get to see what you really got out there against a different opponent. I've been practicing against our own defense for quite a while now, so it's good to go against the different jerseys, everybody says. But it was fun. I thought we executed pretty well. Obviously, you're never going to play a perfect game, so you watch the film, and there's a couple of things that you want to improve on. But for the most part, I thought we were doing things the way we wanted to and had guys open, and coach was calling good plays, and the guys were getting open and then taking the ball and getting in the end zone. So it was good.
If you ask one of the guys in the mix, it's impossible to get a accurate answer. So I'll ask you because you're more objective. But when you see all this speed with wide receivers, who is the fastest guy on this Auburn team? Because I'm sure if I ask Cam, he's going to say it's him. If I ask Perry, it's him. If I ask Malcolm, it's him.
Yeah,
Lambert Smith would say it's him.
Yeah, and now
that's a good point.
Now Payton's about to be political and make sure he doesn't upset anyone.
Oh, you can give us the fastest one.
Blow his mind real quick and say, well, heck, it's me. I'm the fastest guy on the team.
Yeah, I wish it was me. But I'd say on our speed numbers from the summer, I think that the guys that were at the very top were Keontae, DB, JC Hart, also a DB, can really fly. And I think Perry was tied actually for that number. Now, obviously, that's just straight sprinting. That's different than game speed. But those three are pretty stinking fast. So I'd give them the top three right now.
I mean, hats off to you. I mean, after that first half, you don't know me very well, but my personality, I would have had my mom, dad, somebody close to me. I'd been looking, hey, give me Payton for Heisman.com. Go ahead and buy that for me. That was an unbelievable first half from you guys. I love that. That Cal game last year wasn't as smooth. What do you remember about going to Berkeley and just what an uphill push that was the entire game for you guys offensively? And do you even bother going back and watching that tape?
No, not really. I mean, it's in our cut-ups from this for this week. So you do watch that to just watch their defense, but I'm not watching us on offense hardly at all. You're watching how they respond to formations, obviously, like you do with every team. But I'm not watching our offense to really learn anything from last year. But what I remember from that game, honestly, was just I feel bad for anybody that was watching that game. I mean, that was about the most boring game offensively that I can remember being a part of.
It was a rock fight.
Yeah, I remember that, but yeah, I'm not taking much from last year. Obviously, we have a lot different team, like we've talked about before. But we're just watching them formationally and how they adjust to certain motions and stuff like that. Just like you do with every team.
You often hear this, Payton, and Payton Thorne is with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. A reminder, you can get all of our Auburn content at thebarnauburn.com. Start as low as $1 a month, thebarnauburn.com. Great content every day, great message boards and information, thebarnauburn.com to get all of that. I always hear about quarterbacks like they've got that guy that when the play breaks down and the you-know-what hits the fan, they got that guy. That's their look. They look right to that guy, and they know what he's thinking. Is that the way you play quarterback? And if so, do you have that guy from this set of receivers yet?
Absolutely. That's part of my game. I feel like for my entire career, the ability to scramble and make plays out of the pocket has been something that I, one, enjoy doing because I think a lot of explosive plays come from that. But two, is something that I feel like I've been pretty good at. For this offense, I don't know if I have that guy just yet. Honestly, the first guy that comes to mind is my roommate Sam Jackson because he's a quarterback, and so he was a quarterback and understands what I'm looking at because he did it himself. He understands when you're scrambling where that lane is, and it really is an underrated thing as a receiver. One of my former teammates, Cade McDonald, who's actually I played in high school with and at Michigan State. He's at Miami, Ohio now. He was great at it. he always was able to find that lane because there's you either go deep, you come back, or you go straight across. You have a lot of options when scramble drill starts, and so you had to really have a good feel for where that space is, where the angle is that the quarterback can see you at, and all that. So I don't know if I found that guy just yet because we haven't had as many scenarios of scramble drill, but I know we have some guys that can do it for sure. And worst comes to worst, you throw it up to Cam or to Keandre. There's a good chance they're going to come down with it. They're good 50-50 ballers. So. Yeah, we'll see as the season goes on.
I didn't realize Sam was your roommate, so he played at Cal last year. Do you guys lean on him for any inside information, so to speak?
Yeah, I've talked to him a little bit about what he saw last year. Obviously, being a part of the team, and like I said, playing quarterback and going against that defense for a while. We haven't talked too terribly much about it, honestly. I don't want to get over analytical with somebody else and what they have to say. I want to still go through my process of watching the film and figuring out for my own. I'm not really looking for insider stuff on what their calls are, stuff like that, because most of the time you don't hear that stuff in a game anyway. So it's not like you're going into a game and trying to figure something out that you don't normally do. So a little bit, not a ton of that, and as the week goes, I guess we'll see.
Do you have a post game routine, especially after a win? Do you have a certain place, a party, a restaurant, a place you and friends or family go back to after a game? What's it like on a Saturday night after what you guys just did at Jordan-Hare?
Yeah, I don't have like a set routine. Obviously, I I go out and see my family that's waiting in the little family area afterwards, and usually I'm one of the last guys out there, unfortunately, having to shower and do immediate obligations and whatnot. So their troopers always sitting there waiting for me. So I'll go with them, and then we walk back. And I've been fortunate to have them get set up with an RV actually down here. There's been a couple of RV companies who have been really cool to me and my family, and so got that and go hang out there for a little bit, and then come home. And it depends if it's a night game or afternoon game. You got more time at night if it's an afternoon game. So. It's always different.
They got good food at that tailgate. You don't have to give out the location. I won't come crash it. But do you eat afterwards? Are you hungry, starved after a game?
Yeah, we get our little meal to go from the football team, and I'll take that. And I munched on that this past weekend because it was pretty good. I don't even know where it was from, to be honest, but it was good. But yeah, they have food always at the tailgate. I'm not going to say that they're doing some feast like I've seen some of these other tailgaters do across the country, but they got good food. There's plenty of food left over for me.
Has Jarquez Hunter said, "Don't forget me"? I know. We got all these receivers. We're throwing the ball now. Don't forget me.
I'm a first touchdown. First touchdown.
We got 4 carries. I know it was part of the game plan. Don't forget me. I mean, because I know every receiver comes back to the huddle wide open. Now, I was wide open, Peyton. I don't know how you didn't see me. I was wide open. What does the running back say?
Jarquez is a man of few words. He's not a guy that's always saying too much. He'll come over to me sometimes. I remember a couple of times in the goal line. He was going, "Just give me this one. Come on, just give it to me. Give it to me." so there's a couple of times where I just let him go, and other times I'll let him know he's getting it. Maybe if it's a replay or something, I'll look at the defense and know that 95% of the time he's going to get this thing, and so I'll let him know, and I'm sure that excites him when he knows he's getting it. But yeah, he didn't have too many carries this week, but did a really good job and had a couple flashy runs when he did have it. He took flight over another guy, so that's. A couple of times I've seen him do that now, and then obviously got in the end zone too. So it was good to see.
Doing what we do for a living, it's tough to watch somebody in broadcasting have one of those moments where they go blank, they get caught up, they're saying the wrong things. We've got some things we play on Trash on the Table, some of those videos. But as a quarterback, is it ever difficult for you to sit back and say, watch Florida State on a Monday night and watch really, really tough quarterback play, and you feel like bad for that guy?
Yeah, you definitely do have a different feel for quarterbacks when you watch it on TV because you understand there's a lot more going on that the average fan doesn't understand, and so you're kind of trying to analyze what all it is. And sometimes the guy just is not playing good, and you can say, man, he's not playing well. And I'm not saying that's what happened last night or anything. I didn't watch too terribly much of the game anyway, but it is a different perspective when you're watching it as a quarterback or as a guy who plays the game, and you can see more stuff going on than what the average fan thinks. But yeah, it's interesting.
All right, he is Payton Thorne, 2:30 ESPN2 Jordan-Hare Stadium, as Cal comes to town, a game that will probably be more exciting offensively this year than last year. I think it'd be hard to go backwards. Is what you said earlier, Peyton, right? It's got to be more exciting.
Exactly.
Thank you, Peyton. Good luck Saturday. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
All right, buddy. You too. Take care. Payton Thorne with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. Joins us each week again. Don't forget you get all our Auburn coverage at thebarnauburn.com. You can join right now for $1. See how you like it. Stay signed up, and you get great content on the message board, daily shows, weekly shows, just really, really good stuff. Thebarnauburn.com. And on the Alabama side, covercrimson.com. Same exact thing for them.